It's the end of the day. It's time to close up shop. However, something tells you to stay back for a bit. For the next hour or two, you'll be staying after hours. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Double After Hours podcast. We are back again, and we are talking about a hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog!
Sonic says you should listen to the Double After Hours podcast. If you don't, I will find you where you live.
Dude, I'm laughing. That was peak comedy right there.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Sold.
Oh my God, dude, this is like the first episode we've done in a while over Discord.
Yeah.
So we're just naturally a little goofier.
Yeah, it's also way later at night, so expect...
That is true. This is not our usual recording time.
Yeah.
So
Thanks, work. Appreciate it.
it's okay.
No.
I got to rage at video games while you were gone. A worthy trade.
I can confirm.
Anyway, the greatest wet fart of cinema that come out in 2020 because, you know, life happened. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
It was the movie.
Yes.
It was interesting.
I think you said the best earlier. It's a family picture.
Dude, it's just Hop with Sonic, and you cannot change my mind.
Yeah.
This is just Hop, and it even has James Marsden come back.
Right.
So, like, what do you want from me here?
This is true information.
It's not Hop.
Fake
though.
shade.
Sonic, it's no Hop.
I'm just imagining that in the Sonic fonts, like before they start the movie.
Yeah.
Sega, it's no Hop. Because Sonic does what Hop don't.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's so funny. Oh my god. But you want to know what's not funny? Talking about the movie. We gotta do our little roundtable bull crap where we discuss if we liked it or not. Aaron, you're starting.
Well, okay, so I actually watched this movie when it first came out. I think it was like, it wasn't in theaters. I remember that. I think I Yarhar.
Yeah, I know it made it to theaters.
I know it was in theaters, but I did not watch it in theaters.
Ah, okay.
I think I Yarhar skippity deed it, and this was in the early days of this movie when it was still like some guy with a crusty handy cam going, yeah.
You
like,
watched it on that?
yeah, I did because I was kind of like interested, like really interested in this movie, mostly because, I mean, hey, it's a Sonic movie, why not, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I watched it all the way through, and then of course I just recently rewatched it for this, and it's a movie, all right. I did enjoy the references, which we'll get into it. Jim Carey stole the freaking show, as usual. He's a artist,
comedy.
but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Get used to me saying that, because that's going to be most of my little intro. Other than that, yeah, it's a Sonic movie, you know.
I guess I'll go. Honestly, I think you summed up a lot of my thoughts pretty well. Like I said earlier, this is just Hop with a hedgehog. There's not really much else that's different. It's like a family buddy cop cartoon character from different world comes into human world. If you've seen like the Smurfs, Alvin and the Chipmunks, like those movies,
yeah.
This is just Garfield, Tale of Two Kitties, the Garfield movie, Garfield and Friends. Garfield, but I ran out of no. There's more Garfields. I can think of some.
Name 10.
Okay, no, I can do it. Garfield, the original Bill Murray. Garfield, Tale of Two Kitties. The Chris Pratt Garfield movie. Garfield, Pet Force, the animated superhero one. Garfield Gets Real. Garfield Fiesta. I believe I'm on 6.
Yeah.
The Garfield Thanksgiving special, the Garfield Christmas special, the Garfield Halloween special, and Here Comes Garfield.
Dang. All right. Well, he's a...
And there's a few more I missed. Can you tell I like that cat? I have autism.
This is true.
We're rolling high with it.
I don't think... I've never been told that I do, but if I took that test, I'm just telling you, like, we're coming out a new man.
It's gonna be a high score.
All those Garfields and Sonics to say, it's a family movie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a deep critical analysis on it. I mean, I have thoughts, but we'll get to it. But it was 90 minutes of my life that I'm not sure how I feel about. I'm not getting back. Shane, it's your turn.
All right, so when I first saw this movie, I actually saw it in theaters with my dad, and it was chill. And then obviously I rewatched it for this episode, and same thing. It's just a blue hedgehog guy who has like arms and legs and can go super fast, go up against Jim Carrey, and yeah, it's an interesting movie. We'll put it at that.
This is like The Blind describing the first thing they saw after they became sight again was Sonic.
The Sonic movie in a nutshell. Okay, you get a blue thing going after Jim Carrey.
A blue thing?
The movie's title is Sonic the Hedgehog, and you're sitting here going, it's a blue thing.
He's blue. I got that part right.
Definitely. He's definitely blue. No one's attesting that he's not.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We have to spin that Eggman Nega wheel to figure out what we're talking about first.
That's true.
It was a long period of just silence.
That's true. It was kind of funny, actually, real quick, before we spin the Eggman Nega wheel, which I kind of want to rename it real quick to Eggman Nega wheel.
It's a perfect name.
Yeah. Is when you were talking about, being a family movie and relating it to the Garfield, the funny one, the old one. Yeah, it's definitely just got those vibes to it of those kind of movies. Those are the kind you see on, I don't know, I think Cartoon Network used to show those all the time. Yeah, Tubi. Yeah, that's the modern equivalent because no one has cable anymore. They're all cutting it. But, I watched mine with Medicare ads, and that's the way we liked it.
I watched Sonic with ads about my catheter, and it was great.
It was great, guys.
Amazing.
Best experience.
Went so hard.
Enhanced the movie.
The catheter?
Yeah.
Gotta go fast, man.
Hey, Aaron, spin the wheel.
Let's spin the wheel. All right, let's get this thing started. Okay.
All right.
Spinning the Eggman Nega wheel, and we have landed on... All right, well, we're going to start with a banger here. Jokes and dated references.
Oh, boy!
So we're starting strong on this one.
Aaron, you can go.
He flossed, guys.
I know. He did the move from Fortnite.
I sat and I watched a blue cartoon hedgehog cutting a jig right there. Just having a good time going, yeah, man, come on, guys, let's get it. I'm surprised that was not a line in the movie. But
hey, Sonic, Jesus, man.
Jesus, man.
Do you believe in Jesus, Sonic?
That's a fan comic.
Have you accepted that you've been made in the Lord's image, Sonic the Hedgehog?
Sure.
Sega, I'm giving you great ideas here, Sega. Sonic comes to Christ.
Sega, do not listen to Charles Robinson.
No, you need to. This is a big
You don't understand. What are you going to do after Sonic 3? Introduce Silver? No, you don't want to do that. His game's bad. I love Silver, but his game's bad. Yeah. You got to introduce Jesus Christ the Hedgehog. It's the only way to move forward.
Whoa. Okay.
Eggman can be Judas. It'll be great.
Yeah. You got a whole cast of characters.
Exactly. You can make Vector like Paul. It'll be great.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
Really great.
Listen, I had a joke. Passion of the Hedgehog coming to a theater, hopefully not near you.
Yeah. Keep it away.
Oh, but speaking of dated jokes.
Yeah. So, I mean that was the big one that stuck out to me. It was just, I mean, when you put those things in the movie, that immediately dates it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad because, I mean, obviously this was Sonic's first movie debut.
I mean, technically his first live action movies. He's had OVAs, in the past,
yeah.
which if you want to count those, but
Right. No, I mean, this is the first major motion picture.
yeah.
And you just bust that out right there. Why not? Pulling out the big guns there, Sega. Good job. Yeah.
I mean, hey, I feel the same way about Sonic flossing as I do the Ninja Turtle saying Riz. It just doesn't work, you know? I know what they're trying to do.
Oh, yeah.
It's more just, I'm very worried about how dated it's going to, because we don't know the legacy of flossing and Riz, you know? The ball hasn't dropped yet. We don't know how long it's going to bounce. So we're just sitting there going, like, this is going to date this movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, in a weird way, when you see the Twin Towers before 9/11.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there going, like, oh, this is a relic of a former era.
Yeah. I guess so. I don't think 9/11 in the same way as flossing or.
I know. It was just weirdly the first example I was thinking of, but it takes you out of it.
Right. I can understand where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm. I can too.
So, obviously,
you go. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, reference wise, I mean, the movie references and like show references, like Speed, like, yeah,
that's fine.
That's an easy joke you could make. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Surprised they were able to get away with Star Wars jokes.
I mean, it's what Disney turned it into. I say that as a Star Wars fan. Don't kill me.
You're speaking to a lot of people right now.
I'm speaking to every single person with like a reasonable brain.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. Speaking of Star Wars, completely off topic, my dad came in and he was like, hey, how's that Star Wars Outlaws game? Is it going to be good? Like,
no.
He was so excited. He was like, oh my God, it's open world Star Wars. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, but it's going to be bad. Look at us dating this. Look at us dating this episode. It's going to be great.
Yeah, see, exactly. We're following in these footsteps of the holy blue hedgehog thing.
I'm not praising them.
No.
I only bend my knee to one man, Shadow.
All right.
All hail Shadow.
Movie.
I can't wait for his movie debut.
Dude, it's coming this December. But anyway.
It is. Voiced by Keanu Reeves.
God, that's so weird. But do you want to know what Keanu Reeves would like? All the Olive Garden jokes that were made in this movie.
Oh, dude. I actually had Olive Garden today. Fun fact.
No.
To pregame.
Pregame. I went with my mom and my girlfriend to Olive Garden, and I'm just like, okay, we're doing this for Sonic.
Let's break bread for Sonic.
For you.
Like, he's like Jaden and his mom are just looking at Shane like, Shane, what are you talking about? And you're like, oh, sorry guys, that got a little too weird. And like, meanwhile, it cuts to under the table where he has a Sonic plush that he's like kicking to like the back of the wall to make sure like no one can see him.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I don't know, man. This movie is just weird because like there are some jokes that do genuinely work.
Sure.
Like the sister getting tied up to the chair.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. That was a good bit. I enjoy that character, and especially in Sonic 2. She's hilarious in that. But
yes.
Oh, exactly.
She was funny here. She's just so like passionate about this divorce, and that's so funny.
Yeah. Those were great scenes. Trying to think of what else. I guess.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. I was gonna say we're gonna save some of like I guess the Sonic references.
Yeah.
We'll save those for a little bit because there are so many.
I did notice in the movie that he was actually reading Sonic was reading Flash comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's interesting. You gotta go
because he's gotta go fast, man. He's gotta go streaking like Ezra. He already doesn't wear clothes.
Now another reference that
he's showing up his Miller.
I mean, Sonic. Listen, he's a man after the Flash's own heart. Yeah. Just a public nuisance.
Exactly. Now, I do remember in the scene in the movie that there was a reference to the internet meme Sanic.
Yes.
Yeah, there
The
was.
crazy hillbilly guy is just like, yo, I saw this blue devil guy. It's just the drawing of Sanic.
I love how his name was Crazy Carl.
Yeah.
Yes.
I took that down in the notes. Crazy Carl. Wait, that's, I don't know. I think they could have been a little more creative with that name, but hey, that's just me. You know.
It's all good.
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna get mad about. I mean, yeah, it's like his name was Crazy Carl. Okay, in the same movie as Dr. Eggman and Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, what do you want from me?
Creativity on point.
Oh boy,
They
yeah.
had it down.
I don't know what you want from this movie. Like, what? It's not like they're introducing like Lexington Moonhunter. It's like or
That's
whatever
a great
kind of character.
name. That's awesome. I could see him as like a lead of singer of a band.
Yeah, dude, I just farted out that name from my urethra right now. I'm just that good.
Yeah, we're
But-
in.
Did you say
I
you
don't know, man.
farted it out of your urethra?
Don't fact check me on that, but just don't.
Facts will not be
But
revealed.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about it, but
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Bro,
I think I feel like we've
doctor.
circled the wagons on outdated
Don't make me cut the
jokes.
scrubs out.
Yeah, I mean, the flossing one was really the only thing that I noticed outdated. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
20 trying to appeal to the kids and have something good for the trailer.
Because Lord knows that original design wasn't it.
Ooh,
Oh,
we'll get
yeah.
to that. We will get to that.
But I believe that's it. We gotta
Yes.
spin that Eggman Nega wheel.
All right, spinning the Nega wheel, and we have landed on human characters.
Yeah, okay. I'll start this one because so the main guy besides Sonic the Floss Hog is one man known as James Marsden, aka Tom, in this movie.
Yeah.
And listen, I love James Marsden. This is one of my boys. My personal favorite nickname for James is the most screwed over man in Hollywood.
Pop.
The reason I say that is because if you look at his filmography, this guy should be a stud. This man was Cyclops in the original X-Men trilogy.
Yeah.
If those movies were competent, he should have been like up there with RDJ.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that dead to rights. Like Cyclops is that guy.
Yeah.
And James Marsden could have been that guy. Unfortunately, he got screwed over. Then he went to go in Superman Returns, got screwed over in that.
Yep.
Went over to Hop, got screwed over in that. Kind of bounced around his whole career, and now the Sonic movie is his new claim to fame. Besides that one courtroom show that he's in that I haven't checked out yet, but I've heard it's good. But
Yeah.
it feels like, and again, his performance here is fine. It's very James Marsden playing like, thank you. It feels like very much like James Marsden playing a human. He's like, oh man, I gotta go to California to go to the big city. Wow, ka-chow. I gotta save a life. I have to physically feel like I saved a life.
Yeah.
And then the freaking blue blurp shows up and is like, well, I guess I gotta save him.
Yeah.
And that's his motivation. There you go. Character writing 101.
It's kind
But
of funny. Like every time I see him, I think of like kids movies. I think
can
of
see it.
yeah,
I think
Definitely.
of Garfield. I think of that. I don't. Yeah.
I don't think he was in Garfield.
He was not in
he?
Garfield, but I just think of
No.
movies like that.
No, yeah, I mean, like, he fits that role because that's what his whole career has been, besides getting screwed over as Cyclops. He wasn't even in Deadpool and Wolverine. They didn't even ask him to come back.
Dang.
Yeah,
Maybe he'll come back in another thing. Who knows? But
Yeah.
again, he's the most screwed over man in Hollywood, and he should be a bigger deal than he is. But unfortunately, he's stuck bumming around in Hodgepodge of the Sonic.
Yeah.
Real great. The other humans are lame.
Well, I did like what's
Well, I mean,
robotic-
the sister-in-law is funny.
She's funny, but like
Yeah.
she's funny, and that's it.
yeah.
The
Jason
wife.
Stone was funny though, in my opinion. I liked it.
He was okay. I think he's better in the second movie, but here he's just kind of a bit of a wet
He's
blanket.
just like the side character. He's just like, yeah, I'm just here.
Because you gotta give Eggman someone to bounce off of, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or hop off.
It's not like he has an army of robots or army of robot characters that he's created to talk to, and not like metal versions of characters or just other robots he's made. Badniks. Like there's a whole bench you can pull from here.
Yeah,
exactly.
And they
and you just made another human.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Now, I know. Yeah, and then there's just a bunch of like other like random characters.
There's Pretzel Lady. There's the wife.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She's a woman.
This exists. Yeah.
She's
there. There's Wade.
There's Crazy Carl.
The lead of the Knuckles Paramount Plus show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
weird how that.
Watch that
weird
show.
how I've heard it's not very good. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't have Paramount Plus, so I can't say, and I haven't yet.
I think I do, which is weird.
I do too, and I'm thinking if I can just give me something to watch next week. Just you know what? I'm just gonna watch the Knuckles show and see how it is.
You have school.
I have Tuesdays and Thursdays off. I will have time to watch those.
But you don't have to.
You don't. No one's forcing you, Shane. You know what I want to? I want to spin that Eggman Nega wheel.
Fair enough.
In the Nega wheel.
Let's give her an old spin, shall we?
Yes.
Oh boy! All right, we have landed on fan service.
Let's go.
We had a whole thing earlier before we started.
Aaron, I believe you need to start.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I do need to start. Here.
Stop. No one knows what that means, and they're never going to.
No, they're not. And this is not what we're talking about. We are not talking about that kind of fan service.
We're not talking about like the girls in bikinis kind of fan service.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the humalumagos that are showing up in movies.
You sound like a grandpa describing porn for the first time. You sound like someone, like a very old Supreme Court justice who doesn't know what porn is, and then, like, because it came up in a case, it slides across your desk, and you're like, whoa!
Yeah. So you guys remember when we were talking about the 1950s Braille Playboy magazine?
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
my
I bought
roommates
it.
and I had a 45-minute discussion about it, too, and we went into the lore of Playboy.
I thought you said. I thought you were going to say like you have it.
I was about to say, yeah, like you're feeling the Braille, just going, oh man.
One of them actually is going to try and print it and like find the pages and like print it.
How is that going to work?
There's
so many flaws in what you just said.
Braille. There are actual Braille printers.
Do you have one at your disposal?
Got one in the back?
It's like
dust it off.
We're gonna invest.
Gotta wind her up. Oiler. Get her ready to roll.
It's next to the fax machine. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, it's in the back. It's fine.
Yeah,
we've got one right over there.
Yeah, go to Walmart. They got one.
You can use it for only a nickel.
Oh boy!
The bread, the cheese, the lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise. What do you have? You got a fax machine. Oh, you guys don't get it. Anyways, we're just gonna move on from there. Anyway, I'll be right back.
You'll be right back. Where are we going? We go to commercial? Introducing the new
commercials here.
Introducing the brand new Xerox machine, specifically just for Braille.
Dude, my dad used to be a printer salesman.
All right.
Nice. Anyway, instead of talking about printers, let's get back to the fan service of Sonic.
Yes, getting back on track here.
Jesus Christ.
So I did take a few notes. Obviously, there's some pretty obvious ones. If you didn't get these, like you just have never seen a Sonic game ever.
You're not a real Sonic fan.
Yeah. Well, I've got one of them that's like you have to be like a real special Sonic fan. So obviously Green Hills.
Of course.
Wow. Yeah. Is referenced in this cool game. Hilltop Road. It's a reference to the fifth act or stage or whatever. I forget. Zone. That's what they're called in Sonic. I blanked on that, and I sound a real Sonic fan. I call it a stage.
Sorry, guys.
Got the glasses.
Yeah.
I'm actually a real Sonic fan, if you can tell.
Yeah, super Sonic fan right here. Anyways, Hilltop Road. It's a reference to the fifth zone in Sonic 2. And Longclaw, which was an original character made up for the movie. So Sega just kind of, or Paramount or whoever, just kind of pulled that one right out of their rear ends. However, technically, it is actually referenced, and this is a very strange, tiny detail that I looked up afterwards, that apparently Longclaw was based on the carvings on the marble in Labyrinth Zone in Sonic 1.
Oh,
because there's like owl carvings in the marble.
Interesting.
So that's something cool. You really have to like look for to know. Because I was curious if Longclaw like ever showed up in anything else with Sonic, and it was like, oh yeah, it's based on the carvings. So I was like, oh, okay. So
yeah, because traditionally that is not Sonic's origin, which I guess we'll get to when we talk about Sonic itself.
Yes,
but he usually is just kind of existing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But he doesn't really have like a deep, complex origin story, at least when it comes to the games. Yeah. The shows and the comics do really weird things with it, but...
Yes, they do.
You know, that's it. I'm not educated enough on the Sonic comic lore and Ken Penders and all of his crimes to like really get into that. But
fair enough.
We're talking about references. Like you said, there's quite a few if you kind of choose to look for them. Obviously, some of them are more obvious. Like you hear... the first act of Green Hill Zone in a nice little orchestral medley in like the last scene of the movie, which is really cute when they're painting the house.
I also noticed in one of the scenes, it was when Sonic has the nunchucks and he has the bandana on, the Sonic logo is on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's cool.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah.
Yes.
How did he get that?
No.
He traveled somewhere to find it.
I don't freaking know, but you know, like there's many references in there. Like he gets his iconic Michael Jackson shoes from a little girl, and it's like, yeah, the echidnas are there.
Yeah.
They murdered his mom.
Yeah.
I never want Shane to like have a child and like have it accidentally get miscarriage or something, because that he's just gonna go womp womp, and it's just gonna be like, Shane, you're killing the mood here.
I wouldn't do that. Anyways,
it's not the way I thought that would turn, but hey, all right.
Well, neither did the hospital.
Or trying to find other dated references, and I think it was what was I gonna say? Wasn't Sonic or Sega Saturn supposed to be in it? Or I think it was.
What do you mean?
I think when he was looking at the map, the maps like to use the rings to jump to like the.
Oh, do you mean like the logo?
Yeah, the Sega Saturn logo. I think.
Yeah. Reference wise, I don't think this movie made as many as the Mario movie did.
No, it was pretty held back.
Yeah, Mario movie was like, you remember the 80s? Yeah,
Punch Out bar. But I love the Punch Out bar. I'm a massive Punch Out fan. But
GameCube.
I know the Star Fox. I know that.
Oh boy.
No Zelda references in there though. Pretty weird, but
maybe they're saving it. You never know if that.
But Sony's making that movie.
Yeah.
Are they really? Like?
Yeah, they're making a live action Zelda.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's gonna be bad, but anyway. But
you know what isn't bad?
We'll talk about it when it comes out, guys.
Yeah.
The wheel isn't bad.
No, because I do want to end it on this. The movie had some references. They were cute, but it was pretty held back.
Yes.
I think that's all we got to say.
That's just about it. We're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel on that one. So let us spin the Eggman Nego wheel once the Wi-Fi wants to cooperate. Okay, here we go. All right, we are spinning, and we have landed on action /CGI/speed.
Yeah, and I guess the way I can generally phrase this best is that when you're writing and making a movie or a show or a video game about a character who is super fast,
Yes.
the hardest thing to do is quantify how fast that character is going, which sounds silly, right? But when you think about it from a logical perspective with these weird fictional characters, there does come a point where technically you shouldn't be able to see how fast they're going, right? It's the problem that Dragon Ball has had forever, where once these characters have reached a certain limit, we're just kind of told how fast they are without being shown it. And this movie, it doesn't get that bad, but it's like Sonic. Sonic. I know you're fast. And you do your funny little slow-mo Quicksilver joke where like everything is really slow and you start messing with everything.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that all the time? You shouldn't be getting hit. And that's the hardest thing about writing a speedster, is that once you establish a speed character can do that, then why aren't they doing that all the time to solve the problem?
Exactly.
Granted, the movie makes it pretty clear that Sonic doesn't know where he's going in the beginning, and that's why he needs to be in the truck. That's not my problem. It's goofy, it's a weird setup, but if you need Sonic to frickin' be in a buddy cop adventure, having him not know where he is fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's more that when you're writing these action sequences and you establish he's not going to be able to get hit by some of this nonsense until, Eggman gets the quill and catches up to him, which is fine.
Yeah.
But, he shouldn't be getting hit by, some of this other nonsense, or he should be solving these problems faster,
Right.
Right.
That's kind of generally where my gripes are.
Do you blame because movie?
I mean, it's not a purely this movie problem, as The Flash has had this problem in his run forever. Ever since the character has existed, the biggest problem with The Flash as a character is that since he's established to go so fast, why are some of these characters a problem for him?
Yeah.
But the way you write around it is you have to give Sonic or the Flash scenarios so they can't just run through. For example, in Justice League Doom, there is a scene where Mirror Master, it captures a grandma in a mirror-like cage or whatever, where it holds a whole bunch of people hostage. It's a whole scenario. That is not a situation the Flash cannot just run to solve. He has to either risk that, hey, he has to either try and save that life or not be able to do something else, or catch the bad guy. He can't do both at the same time, given the situation. That's how you have to write speedster level characters. And again, it's really hard. And I'm not going to get mad at the family movie that much for not having perfect speedster writing, but this is something I noticed because, again, this is where my headspace usually is.
Yeah.
And outside from that, the action sequences were fun. They were fine. I don't think they were as good as the next movies, but they were fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think that's about the best way you can describe it. CGI wise,
It's
yeah.
It's not bad. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It never ever offended me. It's not like Thor: Love and Thunder where there's a floating child head.
I remember seeing that movie the day before my birthday because it came out July 8th, 2022. Yeah. And I'm just like, I don't know how I felt about that movie. Like, one of my friends will defend that movie is good to the grave. And I'm just...
Sorry.
I know. My friend is kind of crazy if you can't tell.
But, again, it's never... The CGI is never that bad. Honestly, it's pretty consistently fine.
Yeah.
Throughout, because they don't make Sonic get too crazy with his effects. It's more just him, running around or whatever without too many of the lightnings until the end.
Right.
So, I don't know. I think this, again, League's better than the original design, and we'll get to that, I think.
That is one of the things I have on here. So, we will get to that. Action-wise, kind of the same deal.
It's serviceable, Yeah. I think it's fine. I've seen worse. I've seen better. It did the job. He did all the Sonic things I think you expected him to do. He ran real fast. He spin dashed. He He ran real fast.
He was able to freeze time to go destroy all the missiles.
He Sonic did. It's fine.
Yeah, he did Sonic shenanigans. If you're in this movie for Sonic shenanigans, he went to Sonic. He got disappointed that there wasn't a lot of options. Actually, that's a lie. Sonic has every option in the book. There should be more Sonics in more places in the U.S. The fact that Iowa doesn't have a Sonic. Wait, can I order Sonic right now? Hold on.
Hold
on, gang.
The closest
He's checking.
drive-in is in Wyoming, Michigan, and it closes in an hour.
Hold on, gang. Can we order Sonic right now? I must.
Let's find out. No.
Hold on,
I
gang.
know.
Where is the nearest Sonic for me? Let's just derail the episode just for me, right?
Yeah, why not?
You know where the one
Sonic
on M59?
Yeah.
There was one in Coralville.
I remember going to there like a few times, and I was upset that they shut it down because they tore it down. I think they just put like a discount tire there.
Yes.
So
it's a discount tire.
So mean.
Yep.
There was one that used to exist, but it permanently closed.
Dang.
Wait, is it what I think it is now? Is that where the Raising Cane's went? Maybe. I'm not sure. But
you know what, another topic of like since
Anyway.
we're thinking about the Sonic Drive-In, we'll make this quick. Up in Frankfurt, there is still an A&W drive-in restaurant. And it's pretty good.
There's one downtown too. They still exist. They're just very few and far between.
Yeah. Unlike Sonic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
They're very plentiful in the South.
good games are few and far between.
I wasn't going to go there.
Yeah. Well, hey, someone had to say
Well,
it. Anyways.
yeah.
All right.
I think we've mined action as much as we could.
Yeah. All right. Nega Wheel. Go. Ben Schwartz Sonic.
Shane, I feel bad you haven't been able to lead one in a while. Shane, you go.
Go for it.
I'm fine with it. I like the actor. He's good.
Good
at
Ben Schwartz.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with Ben Schwartz. I mean, he did play his own little character in Parks and Rec, but I didn't mind the voice. He fit the role perfectly, in my personal opinion.
He's Dewey in DuckTales. How can you hate him?
Yes, and I think he's also the one alien guy in Invincible.
Oh, you're right. He's the shapeshift. He's the shapesmith or whatever.
Yeah, Shapesmith is I think his name, but I think he brought he did a good job bringing the character to life with how he was able to just like keep the energy going, of how he always kept his voice like how it is, where he's like, I'm cold, I'm wet, and there's a fish on me.
I imagine like the Family Feud X appeared or something like that. I don't know why.
What?
I don't know, man. We're recording this later, so I'm just slap happy here.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's a lot.
He was also in Turbo too. Apparently.
This is true.
What was he in Turbo?
Skid Mark.
Yeah, he was also in
Who's Skid Mark? Was he the blue snail?
I have no idea. I'm looking it up. Give me one second here.
Dude, Turbo was such an awful movie.
Yeah, it was an awful movie. He was
Yeah, he was Skid Mark.
Who was that guy?
Yeah, that's the blue snail.
Yeah,
him.
Skid Mark.
Oh my god.
The doofy
Freaking
one.
Anyway, but Ben Schwartz. So
there's a
there was
Turbo.
a massive thing.
Whoa! We have just uncovered the Turbo Wiki.
There's a Wait, what? Hang on.
There is a Turbo Wiki. This is real. This is a real.
Fandom.com.
It's on Fandom.
Yeah, why wasn't it there?
That's a crime. Anyways.
But anyway, that snail is dumb.
Yeah.
But guys, okay, Ben Schwartz, right? Because there's a whole thing when this movie came out. A lot of people were mad that the original video game VA, Roger Craig Smith, wasn't voicing Sonic in this movie. And, you know, a lot of people were mad because, like, we don't need a celebrity big name to be able to, you know, carry this movie or whatever, yada, yada, yada. But listen, Roger Craig Smith Sonic is a very exaggerated voice. It's not a bad voice at all. It's just a very like, whoa, I'm Sonic. Like, you know, like it's a very different kind of thing when you're voicing a video game character who isn't going to say as much as a movie character. I still think they could have done it.
Yeah.
But also, I don't hate Ben Schwartz here. And honestly, I think a lot of what I personally am not in love with when it comes to Ben Schwartz Sonic isn't really his fault. It's more just he never stops talking.
Yeah.
Which they reference in the movie, too.
He is a big
yeah.
like all three of us.
When he's out there, he's like, this guy just never shuts up.
Dude, it's like my dad describing me at a family gathering. It's crazy. Yeah. But
what a relatable movie.
Whoa, I relate to Sonic the freaking Hedgehog.
Oh boy.
He's blue.
Wow, and I wear blue. Oh my god.
You good?
Guy, okay, so little background information about my room in college. It doesn't have air conditioning, and it's like 90 outside, and I turned off my fan so it wouldn't mess with the audio right now. So we are sweating.
All right.
But no, it's like Rod, good old Ben Schwartz. He's good. Like, he does not do a bad job at all. It's more just they never make him stop talking. It is a very kind, and that can get grating after a bit, especially when you hear like all of his goofy little one-liners.
Of course.
And you're like, just please stop.
We've had enough.
I've had enough Sonic for today.
Yeah.
I have a very similar relationship with Sonic the fast food restaurant as I do the character. He's great in spurts, but once you start going long form with him, it just doesn't work out.
Sonic's not good in the long term. Wow. All right.
Sonic. Never long term.
In a nutshell, he's Sonic.
That is true. He is certainly that hedgehog. Aaron, do you have any thoughts on Mr. Ben Schwartz as Sonic?
I mean, I think he like played the character well. You know, just like he's got the like. Of course, Sonic was built on attitude. That was his whole thing.
And Bill Clinton. Mm-hmm. And you know I'm right.
I know you were. I know I'm aware. I know. Anyways,
that's where a lot of his personality came from.
Yeah. So, the Clinton train, good old Billy boy, really helping out.
Good old Billy C.
Benjamin Jorts.
Our old pal Billy C.
Billy the Clinton. The thing is, we're laughing about a real thing that the creators have admitted.
Yeah,
I'm just laughing because of the idea of the like Sega guys in a room going, "Oh man, we gotta make this Sonic character appeal to the youths." Bill Clinton.
Oh yeah, he's appealing to a lot of people.
Oh yeah, exactly. And to finish off this little thing, in the words of Sonic the Hedgehog from this movie, where am I? What year is it? Is The Rock president?
Yeah.
Sonic, never good long term.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there you go.
I feel like we've mined enough out of freaking Sonic over here.
Well, I did not finish my sentence.
I'm sorry, Bill.
Yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good. No problem. Anyway,
gotta go fast.
So anyway, Sonic was kind of like just built on attitude. The Japanese version, not so much. I mean, this is the Japanese version of the game because I brought it because I'm a nerd. Nobody of you can see this, but yeah, just imagine it's there and sitting on the table. The Japanese version, Sonic was kind of made as this more kind of wholesome-ish character.
Yeah.
That's kind of how he was written. And then the American version came out and Sega Technical Institute said, Bill Clinton.
Once the West got its grimy mitts on him, it was over.
Yeah, so I mean, he's got that like cocky attitude to him. He's got that like, I'm trying to think of the best word to describe it. He's got that Sonic spunk to him. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think spunk's the perfect word for it because if you're based off of, if your two biggest influences are Michael Jackson and Bill Clinton, you're not exactly going to get a reserved person out of it. It's just the way it is.
Right. So I think that was captured pretty well. And I could definitely see the inspirations from like the TV shows, the classic cartoons. I could definitely see that, connection very well. So yeah, all in all, yes, played very well. Let's spin the Eggman Nega wheel. There we go. I love that phrase. It's very fun.
It's perfect.
Something that
Can't wait where we use it for the third movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because the newest trailer just came out and we revealed that Eggman Nega is going to be in it.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
This is all according to plan, guys.
Yeah. This is all set.
Formula.
We are ready to go. Okay, so we have spun the wheel and we have landed on what we would normally start off with, but we're doing a new thing. It is the general plot of the movie.
I can try my best at it. Basically, Sonic is with
Sonic.
Sonic. He's Sonic. He's with Longclaw. Longclaw gets killed. Goes to another universe. Another world. Yeah, he dies in each world. So he goes to more worlds, and then he gets to Earth, and he beats up with a cop guy. They're trying to bond. It's iffy, and then
reference the rings. Where the rings where they take you to a different place. That's actually a reference to the bonus stages in Sonic 1.
Oh, you're right. Oh,
this is
the
true.
end of act bonus stage, because he goes into the ring and and then it takes him off to the trippy bird land.
Yeah,
because my brain was going like, why does every Sonic adaptation do something weird with the rings? And I'm like, what are they? This
isn't Shang-Chi in the Legend of the Ten Rings. But
Sonic-Chi.
Sonic-Chi.
That's great.
That. But anyways, so he's trying to live on Earth, and he's upset. He causes a power outage or power surge to go through San Francisco, and then Jim Carrey's character comes in with to tell the military, okay, I got
Green Hill. Green Hill. The power outage was in Green Hill.
Oh, Green Hill. Yeah, my bad.
They weren't in San Francisco till like halfway through the movie.
Right. Sorry, I was
more than halfway.
More than halfway. I was like almost at the end.
Anyways, so Sonic's trying to hide and stuff. Robotnik's in search for him. He's like, I gotta find this blue creature.
Yeah.
This is a very powerful blue hair. And then as Robotnik tries to touch it and lick it, he gets electrocuted, and it's just we'll talk about that character later.
Why did he lick it?
I don't know.
Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Sonic.
It's Sonic.
Do it for him.
Sonic, you gotta lick it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What is it, Aaron?
I need like 5 minutes
of licking Sonic?
He needs to give Sonic a quick lick.
I'm gonna stop.
Quick lick.
Quick lick.
This is too good.
I'm imagining it's in the font of the Sonic restaurant text. Sonic, a quick lick.
To go along with not hop.
So and then Robotnik finds Sonic, and Tom, they're trying to escape. They're like, okay, we gotta go.
Come on, guys, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. They somehow survive, and then eventually Robotnik's like, all right, we gotta do this. We gotta use his power to defeat him. They then go to San Francisco just to hide and stuff. And then they have their fight. Sonic bashes Robotnik into the shroom world, which honestly, take me there. But
all right,
it's boring over there.
Yeah,
but it's shrooms.
But it's like boring.
No, I know.
He wants to trip out, guys. It's all good.
I mean, Robotnik definitely tripped out there. But anyways, he gets knocked in there. Sonic's saved. There's a lot of destruction, and then they live their own happy-go-lucky lives. And then we get clips with Robotnik getting his like actual Eggman look. What's up?
Mushrooms. That's a reference to Sonic 3.
Yep.
Mushroom Gorge.
I was wondering, like, this is a reference somehow, but I just don't get it.
Or no, not Mushroom Gorge. That's Mario Kart.
I was about to say that's Mario Kart.
Mushroom. Is it Mushroom Hill? I think it's what it's called.
Mushroom Hill Zone or whatever.
I don't know, but anyways, so
Yes,
and then-
Mushroom Hill Zone from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Because they were
Yeah,
the same game.
And then Eggman still has the Sonic hair, and he's like, all right, I'm going to use this to figure out a way to get back to Earth. And then the end credits come on, blah, blah, blah. And then we get Tails showing up, and he's like, finally, found Sonic. Now I'm going to go find him.
With his video game VA, which
Yes.
just raises the whole argument up all over again. You keep Tails, but you get rid of Sonic and Knuckles. Okay, guys.
That's just lazy writing.
To be fair, I don't like Tails, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, who does?
Who
likes Tails?
He's fine. It's just he's no Luigi, you know?
Oh, yeah. It was always fun.
Right.
I'm a fox!
It was always fun dropping him in the lava in Sonic 2. Anyway.
Oh, dude. Take me back.
All right.
Leaving him
Aaron,
behind. Oh, man. Okay, anyways. Time to...
Synopsis?
Yeah, that was a fair synopsis. I don't think you missed...
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I mean, I think you summed it up pretty well. It's Hop with a hedgehog. Like, what do you want? Like, if you've seen one of these family buddy cop movies with a super weird character, that's what it is. It's just the way it is.
It's like Sonic and Hop have a crossover movie.
It'd just be the same movie.
Yeah. James Marsden just wasn't telling Sonic about the rabbit he's had in his house the whole time.
He's dealt with a rabbit. He's dealt with a hedgehog. Now he's going to deal with them both at the same time.
Double trouble.
And now he's going to deal with eviction.
Sonic and an Easter Bunny are hopping their way to the theaters
this summer.
Anyways, Aaron, did you spin the wheel?
No, and it's time to spin the wheel because we've been on this for too long.
Whoa.
What?
Why would they hop their way to the summer? It's an Easter movie. That's why it's Hop.
Well, it's Hop, but it's also Sonic too, so you got to meet them both ways.
Yeah.
No.
Meet them in the middle. Malcolm
you can't look at a Halloween movie and release it in July and go, well, I mean, we met you both ways, right? Like, no, that's not how it works. You can't release, like, Jesus of Nazareth, the motion picture, in April. Well, I mean, actually, you could.
Yeah, you could.
That was really bad. That was an awful comparison. Charlie, he's religious, we swear.
Yeah, we promise, guys. Anyways, let's spin the wheel. Here we go. And we have two left. So we are on Sonic. Oh, the fun one. Sonic design change and how Paramount actually listened to the fans. So, yeah, who wants to start on this one?
You can go, Aaron.
Okay, Aaron, you go first.
So I remember the first trailer. I remember when it first.
We all remember where we were.
Yeah, this was a major thing. You know, we all remember historical event. So I saw that first trailer. I saw it when it dropped. I saw your little boo boo there, Paramount. I saw it. We all saw it. And the people spoke about it.
Oh, did they speak?
They went into a whole lot of cyberbullying.
They had a field day with this. And, of course, you had the casual people who were like, wow, that doesn't look like Sonic. You need to fix that. And then you had Death Threats Are Us.
Which are never okay.
Yeah, just want to preface. I know that was kind of a funny way of saying it, but that's not okay.
A PSA from the Double After Hours: do not send death threats. Yeah, it is no good.
Especially to us.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, we don't want them.
Yeah.
We'll take money.
Yeah. For that quick break you were going to take.
That quick lick.
On with the Sonic.
Yeah.
Got to afford Sonic somehow. It doesn't pay itself.
There's an image that it was the original like design for Sonic with Chris Pratt, who was actually supposed to be like the intended like Tom character before what's his name?
He was going to be in Mario and Sonic?
Apparently.
Wow. Well, it's good that
that's really funny.
So I also saw this image on Reddit here. I'll send it to you guys real quick. I know the audience can't see it, but it shows like a whole timeline of how it went from like the first leaked in concept images for Sonic all the way to where it went.
Because I remember when the original design came out, there was obviously like the discourse was legendary. Stephen Colbert was making his jokes about Sonic. That's how you know we've reached peak you know?
Yeah.
And I remember a lot of people going, what if it's a marketing stunt, right? Because, hey, it's Sonic. He's been at the head of a lot of marketing stunts and bad decisions in his life. The problem is that, again, this is the way it is, right? There was merch that leaked that had this design. This was something they were confident in. This wasn't a joke, or else that merch or all that other stuff wouldn't have existed, you know? So, and it kind of just made the discourse more legendary. Like, how do you mess up Sonic? Because I know, like, listen, video games have even until recently have traditionally gotten a very bad shtick when it comes to live action adaptations.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many to count on who got screwed over. All the Resident Evils are bad. All the Lara Crofts are bad. Prince of Persia was probably one of the worst offenders, with that director stating that Prince of Persia game has no human drama, so what's the point of making that movie? Ignore the fact he made that movie.
Was it Jordan Mechner?
The one that had Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
Jordan Mechner was the guy that created the rotoscoping effect in that game. He was like the inventor of it.
Yeah.
So
it also kind of goes with TV shows too, like based off video games, like the Halo show, that got canceled after 2 seasons just because that didn't work.
Because season 1 sucked.
Yeah,
and apparently season 2 was really good, but it didn't matter.
Yeah,
I heard good things about the Fallout show, and
Last of Us, that was
Last of Us.
It's the Last of Us, guys. If you guys want us to do the Last of Us next year, let us know.
Exactly.
It's been on my to-do list forever because it's a phenomenal show, game, whatever.
Yeah.
That would be a fun game to
another
play.
video game movie that was like it's kind of had its own.
We're getting sidetracked.
Yes.
Point being is that this kind of felt like the straw that broke the camel's back for a lot of people, because as much as we make jokes about Sonic and autism, he is one of those characters that a lot of people really care about.
Yeah.
I personally don't get it, but hey, I have Sonic merch. I have plushes and figures of the guy and his friends. Like, even if he's not my favorite thing, and Aaron does too.
Yeah.
Like, even if he's not my favorite character, like, he is everyone. Like, he's a lot of people's favorite character,
Yeah, which is fine.
And if you saw, like, your favorite character looking like a wet muskrat on, like, Speed, you would naturally feel a certain type of way.
Of course.
And I think the coolest part about this is that something that a lot of corporate companies don't do, and I don't mean that to, like, diss on anyone, it's just fact of the matter, they listen to the fans. And I want to make something very clear. Sometimes fans are wrong. We are very emotional, and sometimes we don't see things the way that creatives speak. Like, there's a quote, I don't remember who gave it, but if you were to listen to the masses, nothing creative would ever get done.
Yeah.
Right.
And obviously there's a lot of truth to that, but double-edged sword, sometimes those masses are giving you money, and when you make a design that looks like Phil Swift went through a bad car wash, like, you need to sometimes take a little step back and go, hey now, what are we doing here?
Right. Kind of something interesting about the original design, and you were mentioning merch. So the original movie, of course, obviously, it's going to have merchandise. And alongside the movie, which I actually have back here, I know nobody can see this, but you guys can see this. And I'd actually like to get this hung up in the studio. This is a Japanese flyer for the movie that I guess somebody saved, and it's actually in really good shape, so I'd like to have this on the wall somewhere. But it also came with a keychain of Sonic, and this keychain is actually from the original design. It's the Krusty Sonic.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's got all the Japanese packaging. In the States, they took those like keychain things, because I guess they just made too many of them. They took them for the Sonic Colors remaster and just threw it in the box.
Right.
So in the box, you just have a Sonic movie keychain with the bad design, which I think is really funny. And I don't think they ever made ones with the good design, to my knowledge.
No, I mean, maybe they exist for Sonic 2, and maybe we'll get some for Sonic 3 in December, which maybe.
Right.
Most likely.
But I feel like I had a point. There was something else I wanted to say about the design or whatever.
Yeah.
crud. I don't know.
It was bad, and I'm glad they listened.
Yeah.
It led to a lot of just people just getting upset about it, making memes about it.
Oh, yeah.
And
The memes were really
I remember
good.
first seeing the leaks. I'm just like,
You know what? I remember what I was going to say.
Yes.
Because just one last thing about Ugly Sonic, because he shows up, fun fact, in Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. That weird live action movie.
yes,
That weird movie they made like a couple of years ago, which wasn't very good, but Ugly Sonic was in it.
Yeah.
I find that ironic because Disney had the balls to make fun of Ugly Sonic, and their live action remakes exist.
When the Chip and Dale movie came out.
Yeah. Yeah. The irony
Disney,
is stunning.
Disney, I love you, but you're not in a position to make fun of Ugly Sonic when you have Will Smith Genie under your belt
Yes.
and the Beast.
Yeah.
Like you are in all the Beauty and the Beast thing. Like you somehow didn't screw up Stitch. Congratulations. Sonic walked so you could run.
What about the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs live action?
Oh, you're right. They look ugly too.
Yeah.
They do.
The moral of the story is don't make it live action. Keep it animated. You may not make as much money, or maybe you'll make $1 billion because screw it. Actually make something that looks appealing. That's the moral.
I mean, Beauty and the Beast is one of the most technically impressive movies of its time, and you just butchered it now and made it that, and you're not promoting the original, which, holy crap, took so much time to make.
Yeah.
And
it was a Best Picture nom for a reason.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's a Disney problem. This is Paramount we're talking about.
Well, right. Well, I don't have Beauty and the Beast or any of the 90s Disney movies for next year. I'm letting everyone know. Those are being saved.
Yeah.
Because we got to make room for Home on the Range first.
Yes! Woo!
Yeah.
Because we got to get through our 2000s era, baby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We've already talked about the funny dog, and now we got to move on up.
Finally talk about Treasure Planet. I'm so happy.
There you go. There you go.
But anyway, that's enough about Ugly Sonic.
All right, that is enough about Ugly Sonic, and I just now found out that Wheel Decide, which we've been using for the Eggman Nega Wheel, has the ability to spin one item.
Well, spin it.
True.
I don't know why that's a thing, but okay. So, wow, guys, you'll never believe this. It landed on our last thing. Jim Carrey / Eggman / Robotnik / the funny man.
Yes. Are you
Y'all go for it.
He stole the show.
Yeah, he was good. He actually brought the crazy kookiness of Robotnik from the games, movies, and stuff to live action. I think he did good. I like the design that they first went with him, and then how he got the red design later on in the movie until the end where he actually gets his shaved head, a crazy beard, and everything.
That's Jim Carrey magic. Jim Carrey has that ability to just create his own little world and just goes for it, and the result is a fantastic performance. I mean, he's in there listening. By the way, I know we didn't include this on here. Soundtrack. Very pleased that this is a weird thing. If you remember the radio show, but we played Terry Jacks. Well, the band he was in before, I'm going to nerd out here, I'm sorry. The band before he was in was a group called the Poppy Family, and that band had a song called Where Evil Grows. That's in the movie. That is that's
right, yeah.
That is
the one he's dancing to.
That is a song you don't hear very often, and I'm very appreciative that was in the soundtrack.
Exactly.
Speaking of soundtrack, very interesting choices. They didn't go clap along if you feel like a blue hedgehog around or something, because I'm Sonic. I don't know. I'm glad
singing Kermit the Frog.
I don't. It's 5 references in one. I don't know. Anyways, I'm just glad that they kind of went a little more deep cutty with the soundtrack. I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought that was very cool. Anyways, back to. Yeah.
So
I would have enjoyed at least one Michael Jackson song, because again, if you base your character off of Michael Jackson, I expect to hear Bad at least once, but that's just me.
But they still try to hide that fact, though.
But
I mean,
Listen,
I know it's obvious, and I know that like the truth is out there. I'm aware, but
yeah, and again, I think eventually we will do a Michael Jackson podcast. Which, guys, I am praying.
Yeah, you're ready, dude.
I eventually will do it, but let's make something very clear right now. He probably touched those kids, but if you look at it from a music standpoint, he still is one of the most iconic musicians of all time.
Right.
Death of the artist and all that. You can separate the guy from the music in this case. If you can do the same thing with Kevin Spacey and House of Cards, where you're going to sit there and go, oh, we can still like the show, and all this other stuff. If we can make jokes about Fat Albert, despite the fact it was made by Bill Cosby,
right?
Then, like, I'm sorry, throw in your Michael Jackson song. Megamind did it. You're just a coward.
Yeah. Well, I think it was more just the reference. I'm sorry to cut you off, Shane. I'll let you talk in just a little bit.
You're good.
The whole Michael Jackson thing is that he was a part of the Sonic 3 soundtrack. Like he was basically like,
yeah,
he was the Sonic 3 soundtrack. That's why half of those songs sound like Michael Jackson songs. But I think Sega's still trying to kind of hide that fact. They still are to this day. They're still trying to hide that fact. I don't know. Maybe that was just a Paramount decision, you know.
I mean, sure, maybe they didn't have the budget for it, but like, right. You can spare some money to put, like, come on, like, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. Half of his personality is Michael Jackson. The other half is Bill Clinton. He's a Republican household's match made in hell. Just make it happen.
Yeah.
They're pandering to me.
But yeah, anyways, I
got a bonus stage. It's called Monica.
Okay. Wow.
Ring, send me to Monica.
Send me to the White House. Lord, they need some help.
Oh, Bill Clinton, when's he coming back?
20.
Anyways,
soon.
What I was saying was,
yes,
with Jim Carrey, he doesn't usually do a lot of sequels to movies, but I think after how the first movie like did really good at the box office, I think he decided, you know what, I'm gonna break that rule and do the sequel for the second movie.
Yeah, okay, I realize I haven't given my statements on Jim Carrey yet.
No, you have not.
You guys might hate me, but I wasn't impressed.
Really?
I think this is not even his top 10 best role.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it was top 10, but I think he was pretty good.
No, sure, but this just felt so like Jim Carrey, for faults and all, right? It wasn't bad, obviously.
Yeah.
But it just felt like the writing team knew Jim Carrey was going to be in this movie and just kind of went, all right, Jim, figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It didn't feel like Liar Liar, where the whole setup was perfect and Jim Carrey was able to, like, take it to the next level. Or The Truman Show, where he got to do something different. I know as much as, like, that's a contentious topic on the show. But, or Ace Ventura, or, you know,
now you're speaking my language.
or The Mask. The Mask is a great movie. And, like, all that stuff, right? Where, like, it felt like the script was already good and Jim just elevated it to a different level. Which I feel the very same way about Robin Williams and all of his work. Would love to do a Robin Williams month or something. And then you get to this movie, and again, it's a kids movie. Let's be frank here. Obviously, we're adults talking about a Sonic movie, so we're gonna have a very different perspective on it. But like, it just felt like it's like, all right, Jim, here's a line. Try to make it funny, and some of them were funny, like the latte bit, where it's like, yes, I love your lattes. I love the way like, that's funny. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, there was a couple of bits in there that made me laugh, but I don't know, man. It's just like, I think I expected a little more from Jim. I think I thought he was going to be funnier than he was. And then, like, this movie also has the same problem where it's a shame to admit it's source material. And sure, they fixed Sonic because we complained about it, but Eggman is still wearing mostly black for all of it, and his robots are all white, and there's no personality to it, and he only shaves his hair and gets the mustache after the fact. It feels like cheating, you know? Like, I'm sorry, I'm going to watch the Sonic movie. I want to see Eggman look like Eggman. I don't want to see Jim Carrey in a black suit. I want to see Jim Carrey fat, with the mustache, bald, And now we finally got there. And it's like, to me, it's a waste of a performance because if you just gave Jim Carrey all those tools at the start, I feel like it could have been much funnier. And granted, maybe they're going for a fall from grace kind of thing. Who knows? You want to watch the evolution of the villain like you want to watch the evolution of the hero. Different takes. I get that completely.
Sure.
But like, man, I just want to see Jim Carrey have a ball with this. And I feel like if you gave him all the tools that Eggman had, it would chew scenery that much more because he's a lot better in the second movie because they give him a lot more tools to play with. And I feel like if his just cast of robots were more colorful, if he was in a more fun design, like imagine the energy he gave the mask and everything they gave him there.
Sure.
But with Eggman, it would be legendary. It would be perfect. But instead, we just kind of get like black suit Ty McGee over here going, here's my finger Nintendo Power Gloves.
Yeah. The Power Glove.
Exactly. I mean, hey, everybody has their own opinion. To each his own.
Well, sure.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm going to sound like a Sonic nerd here. The all black could possibly be a reference to the comics because there were a lot of scenes in the comics where he was depicted as kind of just all black.
I know where like it's. I know exactly the silhouette you're talking about, where he's all black and he's smiling and it's all creepy and stuff. Like that's a great design.
There's like a few panels of it too. Yeah.
Sure, but like when you see in the shadows, that's a different thing. This man is never not in the sunlight here, so it's like.
Yeah, maybe they were just playing too much off of it. You never know.
I just think they played it way too safe. I wanted more.
Do you think that the performance was kind of like I don't want to say like full on phoning it in because I don't think it was.
No, I don't think it was phoning it in. Not at all. It's more that I'm frustrated because I know Jim Carrey is a very talented actor. Yeah. And I wish that he was able to do more with it. Because I look at the second movie and how much he was able to do a bit more with it and how that got better. And I'm sitting there going, okay, why don't you just do that from the start? Don't tease me here. It'd be like if you watch Jack Black's Bowser, but instead of him singing Peaches, he just kind of mumbled. You know, they didn't let him go all out. They didn't let him be Jack Black as Bowser. And obviously it's a different thing, voice acting versus live acting, whatever. But you cannot tell me, like, if Jack Black was like live action Bowser, as silly as that sounds, he wouldn't give it his A game. Yeah. You know? Like, to me, it just feels, again, because I know I've been talking in circles for a bit, but to sum it up, I don't think he did a bad job. I think the performance is good. It's just, I wish he could have done more because I know Jim Carrey can take it to the next level based on his previous filmography. Sure. And I don't think this movie gave him enough tools to do it.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand that. All right.
But yeah, I think that is our 10 things for
wasn't it
Sonic. 8? There was 8.
Oh, yeah. 8?
Well, 9, I guess, because we talked a little bit about the soundtrack. So
that's true.
Yeah.
9.
But
we round up to 10.
We didn't round up.
We can round up.
No, we can't.
How are we rounding up?
Yeah.
Here,
would you like to share the class?
An addition. Final thoughts.
This movie blows. What?
What, Aaron?
Delivery. That was good. I was
doing my best Scott the Woz impression.
Yeah. This game blows. Right in the toilet.
Blows.
Right in the toilet.
Oh my god. But yeah, I'll finish my yapping because I've been going on for a bit. This movie's fine. It's a 6 out of 10. I know a lot of people really like this one. And again, I just think it's okay. I think the second one's a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
I just kind of think this movie played it a little too safe for me. And I get it. But again, I'm here to watch the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, not Sonic and his amazing human friends.
It's Hop. You didn't come to watch Hop.
I hate Hop. Why would I want to watch Hop again? I hate it. Like,
yeah. Or the Smurfs.
I just want... Oh, God. I do.
They played the Wii in that one. They played Wii Sports.
They played Guitar Hero. That was Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Was that Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Yeah, they played Guitar Hero and Smurfs.
All of these freaking movies blend together.
What video game did Sonic play in this one? I don't know.
He didn't play...
Ping pong?
Yeah, I think he watched TV in the one scene.
Yeah, he didn't play video games.
No.
I thought.
Such restraint.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fine. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shane?
It's a movie. It's a Sonic movie. It's interesting, but yeah, I thought. I mean, it was good for when it came out. It's like a
4 years ago.
7 out of 10 for me. I did enjoy it, seeing it in the movies. But yeah, but the second one is definitely better. But I am eager for the third one to come out.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know I've been complaining a lot, but the trailer for Sonic 3 genuinely looks really cool.
It does.
Yeah. Don't mess it
Shadow,
up.
it looks good.
Yeah.
I like Shadow.
But Sega, when Silver, everyone's favorite Sonic character. He's mine. I'm sorry, I'm that guy.
Yeah. He's that guy.
Yeah.
Guys.
All right, Aaron.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty much well been said. It's it's hot, but Sonic. I'm saying, but it's not hot.
What a tagline.
Yeah, it's a great tagline. Should be the tagline of this podcast. Anyways, nothing can be hot. Nothing at all.
Thank Christ.
Yeah. They made it just for his birthday.
No.
No, you're not going to give me that one?
No.
Okay.
Whose birthday?
Little Timmy. He went.
No, mine already passed.
He was there. Day one.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the Double After Hours podcast.
Okay, actual final thoughts before we wrap this thing up, because this has been going for a bit here. So anyways, yeah, it's the family movie. You go, you see it with mom and pop, and you go have a good time. And mom and pop, what?
The phrase of seeing Sonic the Hedgehog 2020 with mom and pop at the soda shop or something like that. It's just funny to me. It's like, what a line.
Yeah.
Sonic movie.
So yeah, there you go and see it. It's fine. This is a family friendly movie. You can you can have fun watching it. It is what it is. Obviously I did love the references. Not as many as Mario movie. That that one I think was like so many. There were a lot.
Yep.
Some of them taking it to the, like we said earlier, the you remember the 80s? Yeah, I do too. Wow. Oh man, radical. But that always brings me back to that one story that you were telling about those guys at Disney that were like doing 80s catchphrases.
It was so weird. Okay, I'll retell it because
just
I
one
know
more
I have
time.
the highlight on the socials, but just so it's immortalized in podcast form.
Yes.
So I was at Disney World one time. We were on Space Mountain. It was me, my mother, and my brother, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
We were having a grand old time. We're waiting in line and whatever, and we get on our cart, or like our vehicle. Fun fact about Space Mountain, it's only 3 a vehicle. So it was me and my 2 other family members and 3 guys behind us.
Yeah.
Or no, you know what? I think they were in front of us, if I remember correctly. That's an important part of the story.
Somewhere.
And so we're going on the ride, and the whole time we're taking out of it because we're laughing because these guys are yelling, "This is totally tubular!" It's like we're going down the drops, and I'm laughing, just like, what is happening in my life right now?
Yeah.
And the funny part about it that I left out when I was telling the original story is that one of these guys was like a tall string bean, kind of a human, and he I think hit his head on something like as the ride was over. Like he was that tall where like he like some bar like lightly hit him. It's like, oh, that was not longsome or something stupid like that.
Oh man!
Wow.
I'm
What
just
a
sitting
guy.
there, just like, wow,
This is the life I live.
this is the magical place on earth.
Yeah. There you go.
This isn't.
Anyways, so yeah, I mean the references were great, all 4 of them, but yeah, so yeah, it's a movie. I'd watch it again. I watched it for like the first time when it first came out, and this is, I kid you not, my second time watching it. This
Yeah,
is not one of,
I think I'm in the same boat.
this is not one of those movies, I think, that unless you're like, oh, you know, Sonic guy, he's my favorite character, that you're going to be like watching this movie over and over again.
No, it's not like the Mario movie.
Right. Mario movie, I mean, you can watch that as many times as you want, and, you know, it's Mario.
I got my flaws with it as well, don't get me wrong.
Oh, sure.
But
yeah, I think Mario movie would definitely take the cake over the first one, but we will talk about the second one soon.
In a couple months, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting there. So, all in all, yeah, that's my very long, not really that long thoughts about the Sonic movie.
And I think that's what wraps it up.
Yes.
I'd say so.
So,
yeah.
how do we feel?
Feeling great, dude. It's 10:53.
I'm feeling like getting Sonic.
Getting Sonic? Get him right now on the Genesis?
Yeah, dude.
I'm about to go fast.
Got 10 copies of this bad boy right in the back.
I'm talking about the food, Aaron.
Oh, you want the food?
You know how much I like Sonic.
That's true. You are a big Sonic fan.
It's a delicacy because I don't have it that often.
That's true. And they had to close the one near me. That could have been...
And they closed the one 2 miles away from me, and the next closest is 53 miles away.
Yeah.
Sonic.
Road trip.
Sonic, worth the drive.
Sonic. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Double After Hours podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure being able to talk about Sonic the Freaking Hedgehog movie #1 coming out in 2020. We do have social media feeds on our Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all that other fun stuff. It's linked on all of our pages wherever you can find this podcast. Listen to all of our other episodes. Check out our socials because we have a whole schedule of episodes we're doing till December. This is coming out in September. So look forward to that. I've been Charlie Robinson. I'm going fast.
I'm Shane Siegel, and I'm signing off.
And I'm Aaron Gresser. We'll catch y'all next time. Goodbye. Thank you for listening to the Double After Hours podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Be sure to check out our social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I'm Aaron Gresser, and thanks for staying after hours.
Have you finished Charlotte's Web yet? Spoiler alert, she dies in the end, but she leaves a big creepy egg sac.
Ooh, look what came out of my egg sac.
I was spitting out formulas while you were still spitting up formula.
I was breastfed, actually.
Nice. Rub that in my orphan face.